What's good, family? Welcome back to Moto Focus, the only channel that still believes internal combustion is a love language, where boost is measured in miles per gallon, and where we refuse to let the coupe utility legend die. Grab a cold drink, turn your speakers all the way up, and maybe put the kids to bed. Because today we are going full send on the ultimate fantasy build, the 2026 Chevrolet El Camino SS. This is not a drill. This is not a rest-a-mod. This is the factory-fresh, warranty-backed, supercharged mullet America has been begging for since 1987. Let's live in this world for the next 20 minutes. The resurrection, how we got here. Rewind to November 2025, SEMA Night 1. The Chevy booth goes dark. A single spotlight hits a draped shape sitting on the turntable. The PA crackles, and over the speakers comes the idle lope of a blown LT4 at 950 revolutions per minute. The cover drops. The crowd loses their minds. Phone flashlights come on like a rock concert. Hashtags explode. Grown men cry into their trucker hats. Standing there is the 2026 El Camino SS, finished in Riverside blue pearl with black hockey stick stripes running from the headlights all the way into the bed. GM just yeeted 3 decades of focus groups say no straight into the trash and said, "Hold my bourbon, we're doing this." Platform architecture, deep dive. Chevy didn't half-ass the bones. This thing rides on a stretched, widened, and heavily reinforced version of the Alpha 2 platform, the same DNA that gave us the 6th-gen Camaro and the CT4/CT5 Blackwing. Wheelbase sits at 116 inches, 6 inches longer than a Camaro to make room for the bed. Overall length, 198 inches of pure intimidation. The frame rails run uninterrupted from the front bumper to the tailgate, boxed and braced with high-strength steel and aluminum shear panels. Total curb weight? A featherweight 3,980 pounds, thanks to an aluminum hood, front fenders, doors, and tailgate, plus a carbon fiber drive shaft and bed floor. This is not your grandpa's 4,000-pound boat. Powertrain. The full menu. Engine choices? Yeah, plural. Base SS models get the LT16.2L naturally aspirated V8 making 510 GP and 480 lb/t, still enough to melt tires and egos. Step up to the real party, the hand-built supercharged LT4 pumping out 700 GP and 700 lb on 93 octane, 750 GP on E85. A 2.7-liter blower with an 11-pound boost ceiling sits on top like an angry metal hat. Cooling, dual front mount heat exchangers, a secondary hood exiting vent, and an auxiliary radiator in the bed that only activates under full attack. Transmission options: 10R 90-10 speed auto with paddle shifters and a 3.73 final drive. Tremec TR 6066 speed manual lifted from the ZL11LE with a twin disc clutch, no lift shift, and active rev match on both up and down shifts. Rear axle is a beefed electronic limited slip diff with cooler pump because 750 lb/t will turn a normal diff into modern art. Suspension, brakes, and grip that defies physics. Front, double pivot, McPherson struts with the forged aluminum control arms. Rear, 5-link independent with magnetic ride, 4.0 shocks that update 1,000 times per second. Spring rates are 30% stiffer than a ZL1, and the sway bars are hollow titanium on the 1LE package. Brakes? Standard are Brembo 6-piston front, 4-piston rear, with 15.7-inch 2-piece rotors. Optional carbon ceramics drop 42 pounds of unsprung weight and laugh at 180 memory stops. Wheels: 20 Wallers 10 front, 20 bike 12 rear, forged aluminum, wearing Michelin Pilot Sport. 4S 295/30th front, and a ridiculous 345/30th rear. Chevy claims 1.15 G on the skid pad and 60, 0 and 94 feet. We believe them. Exterior design. Every angle hurts feelings. The front end is pure 6th-gen Camaro aggression stretched 3 inches wider with a lower fascia that looks like it ate a Corvette and asked for seconds. Functional hood extractor, LED matrix headlights with animated sequencing, and a blacked-out floaty that glows red when you hit the remote start. Side profile? The beltline kicks up right at the B-pillar, then dives aggressively into the bed for that classic El Camino rake. Bed sides bulge 2.5 inches per side to cover the massive rear tires. Tailgate has an integrated spoiler lip and LED taillights that stretch edge to edge. Exhaust, quad 4-inch black ceramic tips exiting ahead of the rear wheels because side pipes are making a comeback and we are here for it. Gear bed utility. Yes, it actually works. Bed dimensions, 68 inches long, 54 inches wide between wheelhouses, 21 inches deep. Payload 1,650 pounds. Towing 8,200 pounds with the factory hitch package. You get spray-in bed liner standard, LED cargo lighting, 110-volt outlet, 6 forged tie-downs rated at 1,000 pounds each, and an optional power tonneau that retracts in 6 seconds. There's even a factory bed divider system and under-rail LED strips for nighttime home improvement flexing. Nurtisur interior cockpit of the gods. Open the door and you're greeted by Recaro performance seats wrapped in black leather with Inferno red stitching and illuminated SS logos. The steering wheel is thick Alcantara with a red 12 o'clock stripe and paddle extensions even on the manual cars. Dash is the full 33-inch curved OLED from the new Escalade IQ, running the latest Ultify software. Gauge cluster is 12-inch reconfigurable, want a giant boost gauge and wideband AFR? Done. Want a G meter that looks like an F-22 hood? Also done. Sound system, 14-speaker Bose Performance Series with a trunk-mounted sub that somehow still leaves room for 2 dirt bikes. Rear seat, deleted. Behind the seats is a carbon fiber bulkhead with pass-through grommets so you can still slide 400 sheets of drywall if you're feeling adult for 5 minutes. Driving modes, electronic nannies that you can actually turn off. 6 modes, Tour quiet exhaust, soft suspension, grandma approved, sport louder, sharper throttle, tighter mag ride. Track everything firm, stability half off, exhaust valves pinned open, drag weight transfer optimization, trans brake, line lock standard, burnout front brakes lock, rear diff fully locked, stability off, exhaust screaming, burnout counter on the dash. Snow ice because some of you live in Michigan and still want to flex year-round. You can save 2 custom profiles, one called Date Night and one called Therapy Session. Performance packages, choose your chaos. Base SS $77,995. SS1 LE track package, plus $11,500. Wider wheels, aero kit, PSS cup, 2 tires, larger brakes. SS Redline Edition, plus $8,200. Red stripes, red calipers, black mirrors, red seatbelts. Collector Edition, plus $33,000. Numbered plaque, 800 GP supercharger pulley, special Riverside blue pearl paint, signed engine cover by the Bowling Green LT4 team. Every single El Camino SS comes with a 5-year 100,000-mile powertrain warranty and 3 years of free scheduled maintenance, because Chevy knows you're going to beat the absolute brakes off this thing. Real world scenarios, because we daydream hard. Friday night, roll up to Cars and Coffee, drop the tailgate, fire the blower, and watch every phone come out. Saturday morning, Home Depot run load 16 bags of concrete like it's nothing. Saturday afternoon, autocross course outhandle half the sports cars there. Saturday night, drag strip 10.40S at 138 miles per hour on pump gas while still wearing the Home Depot receipt on the dash. Sunday morning, cruise to church with the exhaust in tour mode so you only get dirty looks from the Prius owners. Cultural impact. This is bigger than a truck. The El Camino SS isn't just a vehicle, it's a statement. In a world of silent electric pods and raised 3-row appliances, this is gasoline middle finger poetry. It's the automotive equivalent of showing up to a black tie event in a sleeveless tuxedo t-shirt that says, formal, but here to party. It's the return of the mullet, the resurrection of fun, the final boss of internal combustion cool. Ford has the Maverick trembling. Ram has nightmares about the Rampage concept that never happened. Dodge discontinued the Challenger and now has to watch Chevy own the streets with something even crazier. Final verdict from Moto Focus. If GM builds this, they instantly become the coolest car company on planet Earth again. If they don't, someone needs to kidnap the entire design team, lock them in a warehouse with 10 cases of Monster and a 3D printer, and not let them out until the first one is running. Because the world doesn't need another 400 horsepower crossover with fake exhaust tips. The world needs a 700 plus horsepower, manual gearbox, burnout mode, tailgate having, tire destroying icon that can still pick up your new barbecue grill without calling a buddy with a truck. This has been the longest, loudest, most unapologetic love letter ever written to a vehicle that doesn't exist yet. Until GM makes it real, we'll keep rendering it, keep talking about it, keep revving every V8 we own in solidarity. Moto Focus out. Drop a comment with your dream spec, smash that like button. If you'd sell a kidney for one, subscribe because we're never shutting up about this, and go out there and make some noises today. Keep the shiny side up, the loud side louder, and the bed full of whatever makes you happy.